everybody, and welcome back to my channel. I just have to say thank you so much to everybody who subscribed to my channel and found me through the last video. I am at 100 and I think 4 subscribers as of right now. I just have to say I'm so extremely grateful for each and every single one of you. So thank you so much. That really does mean the world to me. So today we are going to be focusing on Oracle. I like to call this the Oracle dump because we're just going to be doing nothing but Oracle cards today. So the difference between Oracle and Tarot. So Tarot is your typical suits of swords, pentacles, cups, and wands with your major arcana, like, you know, the Hierophant, the Magician, the Death card, the Fool card, things like that. Oracle decks do not necessarily have that. They do still will be able to guide you and tell you what is necessary in life on a spiritual path. There are more themed cards. I'm just showing you here, like my abundance deck. This one is called the Purposeful Career deck, and they're themed. So this one is themed around abundance. So most of these decks will be more along the line of themes. I really like to do this. I would like to just do a general reading, which tells me I'm going to dig a little bit into love, career, as well as some spiritual stuff as well. Some of these do have booklets that go more in deep, so you will be seeing me opening up some books, especially with my crystal deck. I'm really excited about that, so you guys will be able to see more meanings in here. There's also some affirmations in some of these. So we're gonna go ahead and get started with the Spirit Animal deck. This one is one of my favorite decks of all time. I have to say, anytime I've ever done a reading, it is so accurate. It gives me chills. It gives me chills every time. So this one is going to be a reading for October. This one is going to be the Oracle dump for October. I think I need to come up with a new name for this because I think Oracle dump might sound not so spiritual, but this is what we're doing. This is what we're going with. If any of you guys have a better idea for a name, please let me know. I know it doesn't sound very spiritual, but we're trying here. We're trying. Okay. Also too, if anybody is wondering why the bell, why I use this bell, because it does get asked often. There are different types of ways of, you know, cleansing the energy between readings, and you can do like incense, you can do sprays, but I really like to do the bell, one, because I like the sound of the bell, and two, it's just a really beautiful way of being able to present in your readings as well. Okay. So show me a spirit animal card here. Ooh, okay, perfect. So we've got the ladybug. I love this one. This one is about luck. It says your goals are about to manifest in remarkable ways. Dreams are coming to fruition. Stop and enjoy this moment. It is important to let things flow at their natural pace. Rest assured that in due course of time, your wishes will come true. Ah, I love that. I love that so much. So also today too, as we are going through the decks, I will be not having the spirit box on today. I feel like with the Oracle deck, I'm more along the lines of letting the Oracle speak to us today than spirit. You guys have to let me know if you did enjoy last week's episode. If you didn't check that out, please go check that out. It's the prior video to this one where it says what's to be expected in career, love, and general for October. That one I turned on a spirit box to let the spirits speak during the reading. If you guys found that really cool and interesting, I will continue to do so. It is quite a bit of editing though, to make sure that I put the words on the bottom. That doesn't really matter to me as much. I just want to see if you guys are interested in it, or if it doesn't really mean anything to you, just let me know how you feel about that. Okay. We're going to go ahead and dig a little bit into career. So we're going to ring the bell for career here. I'm going to pull a few cards here. When it comes to the spirit animal deck that I was using, I only like to pull one from them instead of multiple, because each one of them are very decisive in what they say. So we'll just stick to the ladybug, which I love ladybugs. I feel like ladybugs are some of those insects that you always see along with butterflies or dragonflies that people are like, oh my gosh, it's a ladybug. Like nobody really gets terrified of them. At least I don't think so. Okay, let's see. Show us career for the month of October. Show us career. All right, so what are we pulling here? All right, so there's a few things here. Changing your perspective, your viewpoint about money is changing positively. Oh my goodness. It's time to see the bigger picture in growing your finances. Your values are affecting your decisions. So this is a time to change the way we handle our money, the way that we see things, whether that's the way we speak to ourselves, whether that's the job we're currently in right now. And I do understand that some people can't always control the job that they're in or the situations that they're in because it's hard to find jobs. But we also have to remember too that it doesn't always have to be that way. Let's make sure we're taking the steps necessary to find the different jobs, to do what's necessary to finally make yourself happy in a job. And I know that that sounds impossible, but those two can go hand in hand. You can have a job that you love to go to. Also as well, the way that you speak, words are magic. So when you go to work and say, I hate work, this is the worst, I know this is going to be a horrible day, I'm never going to make, I'm never going to make it to leadership, I'm never going to get that promotion. Well, then you're already setting the universe up to give you what it is that you're seeking. Also, we have to be very careful too in the way that we spend our money as well. And this is going to go with adjustments. So we'll go straight over into adjustments. So we need to change the way that we see how we value money. So if we're overspending, so let's say we have a shoe collection. Well, do we really need 16 shoes? And I know some of my girlies out there are going to say, yes, I really do. But in all honesty, you know you really don't. You absolutely know that you don't need that Jaguar while you're working at McDonald's or Wendy's or anywhere else, or maybe even a corporate job where you're not making that much. And I'm not saying anybody who works in the food industry isn't worthy of good things. I'm just saying that we have to look at how much we're taking in compared to what we're spending every month to help us. So if we do have a car that gets us from point A to point B and it isn't a Jaguar or a Viper or something, beautiful and astronomical, that's okay. Let's make the changes so that we can drive the Jaguar, so that we can do those things, so we don't find ourselves drowning in debt. Now, adjustments. This is the same thing going along with that. You may need to adjust your spending. Your expectations are not met at this time. It's better to be prepared than sorry. So it's the same thing. It's not about saying you don't deserve the beautiful, expensive things. Everyone does, but we just have to say, maybe I've got to be a little uncomfortable for a year or two and drive the little 90s Honda Civic and live in the studio apartment or live with my parents for a while to stack up the money, pay off your debts, and be able to move forward. This is definitely going to help. And this is really hard for some people to hear because they want everything now. And sometimes that's not always the best to look at ways. We have to understand, take a step back and figure out how we can grow to get to the point of where we can buy the expensive things that make sense for us. Transformation. Change is coming for a brand new. You embrace the transformation to enjoy the process. Sometimes change is uncomfortable, but it's worth it. And it's so crazy how all of these cards are coming together in this reading. Spirit is definitely speaking today in this situation. So transformation. We must be able to be uncomfortable, but make it worth it. We were just talking about that. I don't think I have to speak too much on this one. Sometimes we have to sacrifice in order to get what it is we want a few months down the road. And years go by so fast, guys. They go by so fast. Bothered. Don't fear failure, but be afraid of regrets. Your worries are blocking your success. Remind yourself of your greatness and stay optimistic. Oh my goodness. I think a lot of us go through this. And the thing is when we fail, we grow. We're always taught that when we fall, we pick ourselves back up, we dust our knees off, and we keep going. Did it hurt? Yes. But what did we learn from that fall? How did we get ourselves up? How did we even get to the ground in the first place? This is where we have to grow. We cannot let these little tiny things always get to us. We have to be able to take a step back, learn from them, and move forward. Don't let these bother you because it will block your success in the way you think and speak about things. I think this was a very, very deep reading. Very deep reading. Let me know in the comments if any of you have ever changed some of your spending or made sacrifices in order to be where you are today. I would love to hear that. Or if you guys are going through a situation with abundance, they are currently going through that right now. Okay. We're going to pull from the crystal deck. And this one is beautiful. Every single deck that I am using in here will be written in the description below. So make sure you guys go check that in case you are interested in any of the decks that I am currently using. Okay, let's see the crystal. Okay. Look at the back of this deck. Isn't it so pretty? Oh my gosh. Oh, Angel Aura Quartz. Isn't that a beautiful crystal? My goodness. I wish I had one here and I could show you guys what it looks like. But this one is lighten up. Okay, so let's go ahead and go to our booklet because there's so much more about it in here. So we are going to go to the glossary and we are going to check for the angel, which should be on the first page. That one's going to be page 5. So we're going to flip to page 5 really quickly. Angel Aura Quartz. Yes, it's okay to lighten up. Life is serious enough. A little levity always adds perspective. Make time for the things that make you smile and laugh amidst all of life's responsibilities. Give yourself permission to prioritize fun. You deserve it. Embrace the childlike curiosity and excitement that you have within you. Be silly. Tap into your carefree, lighthearted nature. You know what they say about all work and no play. Stay connected with your innate playfulness so that when it is time for work, you can show up the best version of yourself. That's kind of creepy because that's like goes along with a lot of things we just said in some of the cards today. The core question in this one is, what does fun look like for you? What makes you smile? When was the last time you laughed so hard you cried? Oh, I always crave that. I crave that, y'all. Okay, crystal action. So here is your affirmations. You might want to say this to yourself, okay? So you guys can repeat after me. I allow myself to have fun. Today, I find a reason to laugh and let loose. Tell a joke, watch a funny show, or share a funny picture with a loved one. Good job, guys. Oh, I heard you guys loud and clear when I was saying that. Thank you so much. But what a beautiful crystal. I don't know. This one seems like this one is man-made. But if it's not, my goodness, it's like a rainbow. I love that one. What a beautiful affirmation, guys. A beautiful, beautiful affirmation. I love that one. Okay, we're just going to jump straight into love. Okay, this is my love oracle deck again. I will be linking all of these below, all of the decks. If you guys are also interested in a shuffle tutorial, I cannot talk today, guys. English is hard for me for some reason, but a tutorial on shuffling, let me know. I know a lot of people find this very ASMR-like, which is fine. So let me know if you guys are interested. Show us love. What is it, Spirit, we need to hear when it comes to love? Give it to us straight. Don't hold back. Separation. Oh no, that's the first card that flipped over. So it could be someone is missing you, thinking about you, or maybe you are unsure of the future. So in your relationship, you guys could be looking at your partner. Maybe you rolled over this morning and looked at them and said, I'm not really sure I want to be with this person. Maybe I need to separate from them. Maybe this just isn't the time for me. And there could be some sadness, but also too, there could be somebody else in the picture as well. Naughty, naughty. So you guys have to figure out what it is that you want. And I always tell people, just ask the question, does this person make me happy? And the first thought that pops into your head, if it's yes or no, that's the answer to your question. You don't have to sit there and rack your brain, because then we're wasting time with somebody we shouldn't be with. And this goes along the lines of, you're not feeling enough. You're frustrated in a relationship. You lack the confidence. You're self-sabotaging, fear-ego issues, and jealousy. This isn't good, guys. We shouldn't feel that we're not enough in a relationship. The people that we're with, our partners, husbands, boyfriends, girlfriends, whoever it may be, should make us feel worthy. And then in return, we sabotage ourselves. We put ourselves in a situation where we're like, okay, now I'm not good enough, so obviously I'm not going to try that hard. I'm going to walk on eggshells. That's not good. That's such an unhealthy way to live in a relationship. Now, soulmates, soul connection, partnership, agreement, and soul contract. So some of you might know, because you guys have been following me for a while, some of you might know how I feel about the whole soulmate, twin flame, and karmic relationship. I don't necessarily believe in them for only love. I believe that soulmates can be your mom, your brother, your sister, your dog, your boss, your arch nemesis. I believe soulmates go with you through life and life and life after each life. And I feel that you will always find them in each life. And it doesn't always mean that you guys are going to mesh, M-E-S-C-H, in life. It could mean that these people have come into your life and they just ruin it. I feel like sometimes when we find our quote unquote soulmates in relationships, it never lasts. It's always a really tough relationship to be in, especially in this life when they're meant to be your lover. I personally would never choose to be with my soulmate as far as lovers go, because this is a very toxic relationship in the sense that it's like, it's not necessarily the healthiest I found. Now, don't let me deter you from finding your soulmate in love life, but I've just known that from spirit communication that that's not always the best way to look at it. So when somebody says your soulmate, let's just be really careful about how we use that terminology, okay? Now, the mirror. Okay, so now let's go back to soulmate. Okay, so let's say that the soulmate is in your life right now and they are your lover, okay? We have to understand that a soul connection, when things are really good, they're good, but when they're bad, they're extra bad, okay? So it could be that you guys are always up and down. You guys are always leaving and coming back in relationships. And this would typically be my magician card when I pull in relationships. It's a very tough relationship. It's going to take a lot of work. Do I think it's possible to be in a happy relationship with your soulmate? Yes, but you guys both have to put in a crap ton of work, more than somebody else who wouldn't be with their quote unquote soulmate, okay? Mirrors, mirroring each other, self-image, relationships reflect our wounds and introspects. So let's say that we just got into a relationship, right? Or we just got into a brand new relationship. This person, if they're taking things in from past relationships and they're reflecting their wounds onto you, it doesn't make the relationship healthy. We have to be very careful. And this is where communication starts. To say, wow, I used to be in an abusive relationship, whether that's spiritually, physically, mentally. I have to be willing to move forward and tell this person, I've been through some stuff and I don't want to bring this into the relationship, but in case I do, I just want you to know that I'm still healing. Okay, how can we heal together? How can we work to heal these wounds? How can we stand in front of each other and help each other heal? Like the mirror. Engagement ring. Some of you might be getting married soon. That's me. And it keeps coming up in readings. This is so exciting. So yes, so somebody could be getting engaged, commitment, eternity, completion, and unionship. So if you're wondering if that person in your life is going to ask you to marry you, this looks like this is the sign from the universe saying, heck yeah, absolutely. And if some of you are questioning, well, I'm not really sure if I'm going to be in a relationship worthy of this, this is also an affirmation today too. Yes, abso-freaking-lutely. Now, the snake, completion, competition, enemy, clever, malicious, looking over your shoulder at other women, men, they, them, whatever it may be. So we have to be very careful of this. Maybe this kind of goes with these cards over here, and it's along the lines of your relationship. This person has maybe cheated on you, whether that's verbal, physical, or emotional, and now we're starting to look over our shoulder. And this kind of goes along with the ex. Should I go back with my ex? My response is always no. Always no in those situations. They're an ex for a reason. So if we feel this way, maybe we need to rethink our love life and relationships right now, because you guys deserve the best, right? Okay, so that is going to be our love reading. I'm gonna pull out of my Moonology. Some of you might already recognize this deck. Some of you might have seen it before. A lot of tarot readers use it, and I think it's beautiful. This is also another one that does come with its own book, so we will be reading out of the book to get a deeper meaning into these cards. All right. Show us, Spirit, what the moon has to say. Ooh, that was fast. Okay, nothing will come of this situation. Void of course moon. So let's see if we can find this one. Oh boy. This one's probably going to be a full moon or new moon. Okay, 102. Let's see what's going on here. Of course, it's all the way in the back of the book. Okay, nothing will come of the situation. In a form of astrology known as horary. I don't know how to say that word, guys. I'm sorry. Where an astrological chart is casting according to when the question is asked and decoded. A void of course moon means nothing will come of this matter, or the situation will bear no fruit. This may or may not be good news depending on what you are asking. For example, if you are worried about something, whatever it is, this card can be taken as a sign that there is nothing to worry about. However, if you're asking about a new project of any kind, including a new relationship, it's a sign to adjust your expectations or change things so you get a different outcome. Remember, the cards can only predict what you are currently creating, and you can change what with your both behaviors and beliefs. So I trust my highest good. Additional meanings of this card could be the chances of something are diminishing, something better may be around the corner, believe that you will get what you need, surrender to the divine, take time out, meditate and contemplate. The teaching, the main definition of a void of course moon is when the moon won't take a major connection with any of the planets until she enters the next sign. The best thing you can do when you get this card is to chant with Sanskrit words Om Namo Narayani, which means I surrender to the divine. A void of course moon is time to be just. I like that. It kind of feels like there's a lot of themes for today, and I do apologize if I did mispronounce any of those words. I'm not trying to offend anyone. Sometimes I'm just not good with pronouncing some words. I'm not even really sure what language that is, so I do apologize if I did pronounce that not correctly. Okay, so this one we're gonna choose from our angel cards, but aren't these beautiful? I'm obsessed with these. The beautiful angels with all the astrology behind them. Oh, I'm just obsessed. Some of you guys might see repeated numbers on the clock. Let's see here. Show us an angel number. Show us what we need to hear. Oh, okay, so this number scares people, but in all honesty, this number is actually a good number. 6666, circumstances, positive circumstances, opportunities, and solutions. Maintain a positive mindset regardless of the circumstances. See challenges as opportunities for growth and learning. Focus on the good aspects and find solutions to overcome the difficulties. So this is just a reminder to not give up. We can't give up, guys. When we start giving up, that means everything else falls into place where you don't need it to be. So we must push ourselves and challenge ourselves. Sometimes we have to realize that we can't be comfortable in situations anymore. The only way we're going to grow is sometimes to be uncomfortable. We have continued to live in the same comfort for years and years and years, and nothing has changed. So why do we think it's going to continue to change if we don't push ourselves out of our comfort zone? It's scary, but that's when we learn the most. Okay? I love those cards. So beautiful. Okay. So I am going to, my goodness, these cards are all sorts of backwards. Let me go ahead and shuffle these and I will come right back. Okay. We are back. This is one of my Witchy cards. This is the Witching Hour Oracle. This is all about magic. So we're going to see what this says. This is also another deck with another book. Spirit, show us what we need to know. Okay. So this one is the Book of Spells, which is learning. So let's look at... Most oracle decks are going to come with books, guys, because there's so much information that goes into them. But look how beautiful this card is. Okay, the Book of Spells. Your keywords are seek advice, further develop for your skills. The tarot companion to this is the Eight of Pentacles, so the working card. Ask just about any witch, and they will tell you they too have a sacred book of spells. This is the compass that guides their craft and the journal that records their workings. Some spell books are passed down through generations, handed down from one healer to the next. You may stumble upon a tattered book in an old bookshop or feel called to purchase a resource guide from your favorite author. At the beginning of your magical journey, seeking the help of others who have already gone through the trials that you may face can save you a lot of time and effort. Before you know it, the student will become the master, and one day you too can pass your teachings to another. This card will come to you when you are eager to move forward with plans, but need to do more research or perhaps sharpen some skills first. You don't have all the tools, knowledge, or resources just yet, and should consider seeking help or guidance. Now, may also be a good time to consider enrolling in a class or workshop to discover practices that can be useful for your goals. If you are already well versed in what you do, receiving this card is a sign to seek ways to master your craft. It may be time to commit to higher levels of education, spend more time in practice to refine your talents, or begin the process of establishing systems and structures that you can take to the next level. So, companion cards can be the Spirit or Solitary Witch. More skills are required before offering your service to others. The Bewitched card, beware of the get-rich-quick schemes. Now is not the time to start a new business, change jobs, or make risky decisions in your financial situation, or cast a circle. Indicates taking shortcuts. Take extra steps to protect your work before moving forward. Be patient. So it's all about the time of learning. Learning. I love that card. That's so beautiful. Obsessed. Okay. We're going to pull from the Earth and Bone deck, which is also another deck that I am obsessed with. And this one's so beautiful because it has that blue foil on the sides. This one is also another one that has a book as well. You'll find most oracle decks do. It's not uncommon. Let's see here. Show us, Spirit, what we need to know. This one's a rebirth and transformation deck. I really love this one. The Wayfarer. Contemplation, search for truth, and inner guidance. Let's look here. Let's see, number 34. Sorry guys, I promise you I'm trying to get through this fast. These books fast. Okay. Contemplation, search for truth or inner guidance. Don't be afraid to walk away from things for a fresh start. Choose a path. Do not avoid what scares you. Do not spread yourself thin. Pick something that lights you up. Say no to things that are emotionally unfulfilling or draining. Follow your heart. You may have trouble with making decisions. Feed your soul. Continue to search for deeper meaning. You are divinely protected and guided. Pick which option is the most emotional fulfilling. Try creating a system to automate mundane tasks and invest your time wisely. Release activities that deplete your energy. You have a divine plan, but are being blocked by negative emotions. Open to love and forgiveness. You are laying foundation. Stop judging. Treat others how you want to be treated, with love, openness, and honesty. You may be neglecting relationships and feel lonely, but you aren't alone. Align yourself with the truth. And this affirmation, if you want to repeat after me, you're more than welcome to. I am strengthened as I seek the truth of my own personal reality. I am strengthened as I seek the truth of my own personal reality. It's kind of like how we talked about words are magic. The way that we treat others is exactly how we are going to receive back. We can't always think everything is horrible and bad. We have to change the way that we see things. We understand things. Okay. This one is the Magical Spirit deck. And this one is probably one of the most beautiful decks that I have. Of course, it's also shiny. This one does come with a book as well. Like I said, most Oracle decks do. Let's see, Spirit, what do you have to say to us? Okay, ooh. The past releasing, rebirth, and spring. So I listened as my soul told me to let the past go so that I may awaken to how much I have grown. Okay, let's find this one in here. All right, releasing, rebirth, spring, alchemy. I am awakened and appreciating the flowers of my soul. Use meditation to tune into the field of pure potentiality. Practice the feeling of your desired reality as if you are already living it, especially just after you wake. Look into meditations, sitting and walking, or listening to subconscious reprogramming affirmations. While you're sleeping in your present life, find moments every day to indulge in the things you may want more of. Appreciate yourself for all the unique beauty you already have. Celebrate yourself every time you accomplish something that you are proud of, small as it may be, even if it is just having a peaceful day. Love expands life. Appreciation expands your expectations of self. Gratitude creates abundance all around you. Fall in love with your life and now into the future. Spring season of my soul, less mind, more heart, less thinking, more being. This is a sign of rebirth, a positive omen of renewal, and a reminder that it is time to move on from whatever it is. From whatever it is, a relationship, a dark night of the soul, a psychological limitation, a challenge, growing pains, or even just general life stagnation. A change is about to happen or wants to happen, but you may not be letting it. Even if it's a subconscious level, your soul is reaching out to you. Can you feel it? Can you hear it? It is time to let go now. It is time to trust. You have to overcome a winter of sorts, or are about to. If you have been harsh in its lessons, but it is no longer serving you, you have already learned what you were meant to. There is no need to continue overanalyzing, holding on to, or reliving on this winter. You just need to channel your energy in a new direction. Where will you channel this freeing energy? The seasons are changing within you, whether you want them to or not. You are resisting because you are too much in your head. Your soul is blooming from all the rain and pain that you alchemized into power. But you have yet to see the garden, and it has grown within you. Everything that you have transformed within yourself: wisdom, grace, resilience, and shedding of skins. Not everything needs to be mentally examined. Sometimes the life source within you just flows without needing your conscious attention. Sometimes we just need to bloom naturally with the gentle guidance of spirit at our backs. Sometimes our heart is the one that needs to lead. Oh, wow. What a deep card, guys. I mean, I can't even add anything to that, because this is why I love this deck so much. Not only is it just so beautiful, but it's so deep. And I think that was so well said. I'm also going to pull some time frame cards here for you as well. I know some people like time frames, so we're just going to pull some time frames to maybe look out for. That's how we're going to close out this reading for today. So let's see. Spirit, show us some time frames we need to look out for. 11 months and 5 months. So 5 months and 11 months are two time frames to look out for. I always tell people when it comes to time frames, do not obsess over these time frames. Every single decision we make between now and the next few seconds and so forth are going to evolve and change the situations that we're already living right now. So give yourself a time frame to say, 5 months, now's the time I need to start looking for a new job. Between 5 and 11 months, I want to be able to be here X, Y, and Z. Maybe I want to do this. Maybe I want to have a kid. Maybe I want to be here. So now's the time to start looking at this and say, what is 5 months from now? I'm going to go ahead and check the calendar and say, I think it's, it's achievable to start going to the gym or do whatever it is that's possible. So let's take these time frames as a marker of where we're going to end up, and we can start now. Okay. I just want to thank you guys so much for being a part of this first Oracle dump. Like, again, I said, I'm not sure I really like that name, but listen, it's what Spirit's saying right now. If you guys have any ideas on how I can change that name, let me know in the description. If any of this did resonate with you guys, please let me know in the descriptions below. Again, when it comes to Oracle and Tarot readings, we must just take what resonates, leave what doesn't. And if anything makes you feel uncomfortable or maybe pushes you past your own limits, please do not listen to these readings if it makes you feel that way. It might just not be your time today to hear this reading. You can always come back next week or look at previous videos to see if those ones are resonating with you. The last thing I ever want to do is upset anybody or make them feel uncomfortable in any situation. Again, I am so grateful for each and every single one of you. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Make sure to like this video. Those things are both free to do. Also, commenting really helps me as well. Make sure to share this out to your friends as I'm still trying to grow this channel. But I just want to say I'm so very grateful for each and every single one of you. I love you guys so much. Take care, and until next week.